Alright. Alright, so we're up.
Good evening, lords and ladybugs. I'm still yelling because I'm assuming that I can't be heard otherwise.
That was not why I was looking. What was that? Well, lords and ladybugs? Is that what you just said?
I did. That just happened.
What?
I like it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think these things through.
Clearly.
Obviously. So we're on episode 4 of our Mass Effect run through, and currently staring at the trippy ass star map.
And apologies for being late.
Yeah.
I got a new headset, which is really nice. Will probably make it a lot easier to hear Mike, but like everything that with this system, it won't work properly. So
is it an actual
back
Microsoft
to
headset?
using the old. It's an Astro, but it's like on there. It's like Xbox branded and everything, but it's an Astro. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably
We'll
just
figure it out.
yeah.
We'll fuck around with it.
So.
In the meantime, where are we at right now in the game?
So we had done a bunch of random side missions, and we did the DLC story, the Bring Down the Sky, where we saved the colony of Terra Nova from being extincted by the giant asteroid that the Batarians were going to crash into it. Shut up, woman.
They can't hear me. They didn't know what I said.
It doesn't matter. I do. So yeah, that's what we did last time, and we're going to continue on with a bunch of the side quests here. We only have a couple more, but we do have a couple that are going to kind of like longer chains, I think, here. Well, one in particular here. We have a couple that we need to go hand in back at the Citadel, and then some of those will lead to more side missions. So. Oh, damn it. I always think that pressing B on this map should take you out a level. Instead, that's X. I can't tell you the number of times I have done that playing this game, where I hit Nintendo, where I hit B thinking it should go back one, and instead it kicks it back out. That is true. That is true. Okay, so now we are going to jump into this side mission that I ignored when we got it last time. The Rogue VI on the moon. And I'm just going to warn you guys ahead of time, this is widely considered to be the hardest mission in the entire game. But it's the mission that unlocks your like specialty within your class. So it's important to do, but you'll see it when we get to playing it, but it is just bonkers. And of course, if it goes like everything else has gone so far this playthrough, I will spend all this time talking about how hard it is, and I will just completely destroy it and not die once.
And then struggle on something completely, or that you said was completely.
Yes, these are all true.
We did. He's a lion sack of shit. The cat lies. No. No. Yes.
So there's nothing really to discover in a solar system, because that would be weird. Of course, the only thing is, Pluto is still a planet here, because this game was made before Pluto was demoted.
Right.
And also, anyone who knows about the solar system knows that Pluto's orbit is not circular.
Yeah.
Which, if you will read the description for Pluto, Pluto's orbit was circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Charon mass relay recovery operations. So, what it talks about is what they've created in this universe. Pluto's moon, Charon, is not actually a moon. It's the mass relay for the Sol system that is in orbit around Pluto.
Huh.
And after we discovered it and kind of busted it out of the ice and started using it, the mass effect field changed Pluto's orbit, so now it is a circular orbit.
Huh. In reality, it's just easier to program it that way.
Yeah, in reality, according to Mass Effect, every solar system in the galaxy has these perfect concentric orbits because that's how we can make it in the game. Alright. So, if you guys will remember from when we got handed this mission, there was this virtual intelligence on the moon that the Alliance was using for war games that has gone crazy and is not responding to any of their commands anymore. So we got called to come in and shut it down.
The home world and capital of humanity is entering a new golden age. The resource wealth of a dozen settled colonies and 100 industrial outposts flows back to Earth, fueling great works of industry, commerce, and art. The great cities are greening as arcology skyscrapers and telecommuting allow more efficient use of land. Earth is still divided among nation-states, though all are affiliated beneath the overarching banner of the Systems Alliance. While every human enjoys a longer and better life than ever, the gap between rich and poor widens daily. Advanced nations have eliminated most genetic disease and pollution. Less fortunate regions have not progressed beyond 20th century technology and are often smog-choked, overpopulated slums. Sea levels have risen 2 meters in the last 200 years, and violent weather is common due to environmental damage inflicted during the late 21st century. The past few decades, however, have seen significant improvement due to recent technological advances.
Hint, hint.
We don't have any message there at all. And back in our best friend, the Mako. I don't know. Don't ask questions. I'm in a little bit of a punchy mood after my like $100 headset I bought wouldn't work.
We'll find a way.
It's probably some stupid setting that we switched at some point that now that it's a new headset, it went back to, it needs to be switched for that specific headset.
I'll tell you what. Finish what I left there. I'll find out.
That's alright, Dan. We were, shockingly, we were late as well.
Oh,
We only, like, just fired this up.
well, then
Mike says hi,
just kidding.
and,
Hi, Dan!
that was totally necessary. And, I forgot that I'm pretty much at the item limit, so before we go back down to Luna, yeah, gonna head back up to the ship and we're gonna sell off a bunch of shit. Yeah, I don't know why, like, the Normandy isn't a big map. I don't know why they couldn't manage to do it without having to put a loading screen between the two sections. It's a little annoying. Mike is over at the computer trying to see if he can figure out why that headset isn't working. So, I guess I should be providing some kind of commentary, but this is part of the reason why I dislike playing this game so much. I find this inventory system to be very annoying. So we've got the, you can see in the bottom right corner there, which, like, piece of inventory you're on. So right now I'm in Rex, I'm in the armor, so this, Ursa armor, you can see from the numbers there is better than the armor that he came equipped with, so we're gonna put that on him there. And that's the best piece of Krogan armor that we have, as there's separate Krogan armor and separate Turian armor and separate Quarian armor, but Shepard, Kaden, and Ashley can all use the same armor, obviously, since they're human. And oh yeah, that's right. That's fun. Sorry about that. I said the one place I told you could see something at, and you can't see it because that's where the picture is. But
Oh.
but yeah, so you just got. I just find the way that this is set up very frustrating, because you've just got these giant lists of items that really, like, the only differences between them are just like numbers, and you've just got giant lists of crap to sort through. And then in here I'm in the upgrades screen for the armor specifically now. And then over in assault rifles. And the weapon upgrade slot. And then there's the ammo upgrade slot, which we've got a couple of better versions. I'll put incendiary on. Why not? Shotguns. Tornado. And I'll put the polonium. Now the Rex's amp. This prodigy's gonna end up being, yeah. Okay, and now Ashley's gonna be our last. Generally, yes, that's correct, but there are, of course, it has to be a little bit more complicated than that. There are various different manufacturers, which you can see, like, which you can see, like, the armor she has on now. I'm talking to Dan, so
Okay.
this isn't, like, the armor she has on now is made by the Surta Foundation. And the armor that it's being compared to is made by Ariok Technologies, and certain manufacturers are better than others. So, like, there are times where a lower version of something will be better than a higher numbered version, because they're a better manufacturer, or they could just be better at that specific thing. Like, there are some manufacturers that make the best amps, or the best assault rifles, or the best shotguns, or sniper rifles, whatever. It all gets really complicated if you really want to dive down into it. I normally don't get that involved, because I kind of just, like, do every single thing in the game and kind of just tank through it. I didn't know they had a new one.
Cookie layer crunch.
Cookie layer crunch. Is that pretzel? It's in there with it. No, I was just saying like it looked from the it looked from the package like it had pretzel in it. Yeah. I don't know if you guys see it. What the hell?
Opposite.
Okay, that was more difficult than it should have been. Whatever this is, the Hershey's Cookie Layer Crunch. Is it good?
I'm sorry. I just saw Dan's comment about Jess and I. He said, I can see them in the kitchen discussing things, and I feel like a little kid again, where I can see my parents arguing, but can't hear them. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. Do you want to try? It comes in pieces. You want to try it right now?
Sure. What are you talking about? Parents never argue in front of their kids.
I forget who it was that told me they knew a couple who they read this psychology study about how like a baby won't have like a negative reaction to parents fighting as long as they use a different tone of voice rather than an aggressive tone of voice. So like this couple would argue in like a happy sing-song voice. And like it sounded really funny. I forget who told me that story, but it was really funny to hear them be like, I'm going to kill you. Okay, so I'm gonna do some homework on this.
Well, I was just gonna say that comment reminded me randomly of the other day. My mom was making cupcakes. I think it must have been for something for my sister, but she burned the cupcakes and freaked out and like grabbed them out of the tin, tore them up, and was like tossing them around the kitchen and like screaming. She was so angry.
Wow, I really could not picture.
And it was literally like 15 years until she next made cupcakes.
So what kind of... Hang on, I'm just gonna look at it. It's not like you're using it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh my. Oh shucks. That's a big button. So did you try like pushing all the weirdo buttons?
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the system.
What do they do?
Ship mobility dominate. The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates.
Yeah.
Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element Zero core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
Well, Dan, to answer your question, am I yelling? Because I can't really hear myself. These are pretty noise canceling.
You're a good level of loud.
I'm loud speaking?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, to answer your question, the DMV was surprisingly fast this morning. I actually wound up getting to work 20
Hey, Commander.
minutes early.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issues, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
My driver's license picture.
Well, as long as you don't mind
The way it's
paying.
cropped, you can't see it anyway. So I don't know.
Why should I pay you for my weapons
Just
and
wash
armor?
my hair and good fun.
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Yeah, there's a whole weirdly complicated system with the seller on the ship where, like, you can buy licenses for certain manufacturers who make the various armor and weapons and all kinds of stuff. And then stuff from that manufacturer is available when you go to the requisition officer here. And, like, he restocks his wares every time you, like, dock with a port. But that's pretty much only, like, the major plot planets and, like, the Citadel. And if I'm going to the Citadel, I can just check with the merchants there on the Citadel instead of whatever random selection that
Let's see what you've got.
this guy has.
You bet, Commander.
So, I will check in with him every once in a while, but mostly I just use him as a convenient place to sell all my crap. Yay, Marcella.
That is so ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
Biotics. Omni-tools are handheld devices that combine a computer microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator. Versatile and reliable, an Omni-tool can be used to analyze and adjust the functionality of most standard equipment, including weapons and armor, from a distance. The fabrication module can rapidly assemble small three-dimensional objects from common reusable industrial plastics, ceramics, and light alloys. This allows for field repairs and modifications to most standard items, as well as the reuse of salvaged equipment. Omni-tools are standard issue for soldiers and first-in colonists.
Yeah. I guess I could have looked at the manual at some point in the last day and seen if there was anything important.
Crazy idea.
Yeah, that would have been really going above and beyond there.
Okay, so this toggles between EQ modes. This enhances the voice. That's probably what we would need to hear me. This enhances the game view. And then obviously the mute button.
Oh. I did not realize that either. That might have been the problem.
I think it's the headset volume that like.
See, I thought this button here in the middle was a volume rocker, and I was hitting that trying to get the game volume in the headset down, and then the mic volume up. Apparently, that's not.
Could you still hear things in your stuff?
Well, I turned the game I found some way to turn off the game sounds coming through the headsets because it was echoing, because it was coming through the headsets and the speakers.
Okay. one and controller, then plug this into the controller. Well, then it says, wait, does this come out?
I don't think so.
Does it come out here?
Yeah.
Okay, then that must be what they're talking about. You plug this in first, then plug it into the headset, and then I guess you fry your brains?
Awesome!
I don't know.
That's what I've always wanted to do.
That's the gist I'm getting here. So, does the microphone come off as well?
I don't believe so. That comes unplugged because there's another cable too that's just another regular jack on the end that isn't the Xbox connection, so you could use it on other things as well.
So you could use this when we do Skylanders and have your own badass
Yeah.
headset.
That is totally not color appropriate for the PlayStation, but...
You know what? Nobody's judging.
Oh, you have not met the internet, have you? That is all that goes on. Hey.
Try plugging it in now. Take this off the broad. Oh, okay, so I have game audio. Dan, can you hear me? Maybe he can't. Can you hear me?
God. Oh, man. Yes.
You.
Awesome.
Yes, you was the first word. Can you hear me?
That's a yes. Type I can hear.
Oh,
I don't know.
I just read the last thing.
I don't know how else to interpret
I wasn't paying attention. I just read the last comment. I just saw you.
Mike not paying attention.
I know, right? That's crazy.
This is what happens when I'm not home.
I can hear you. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, I guess we're good. You want your headset back?
Sure.
Alright, here we go. And now we can find out if it actually still picks me up. Oh, other side.
Well, if there's no game audio coming in, it doesn't really matter. You shut the headphones on.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Spiffy. Can you still hear me?
Okay.
Dan?
Yeah, Mike, can you, let us know if you can still hear Dan. I mean, let me know if you can still hear Mike, because that's, the way this mic works, I think you should be able to, but...
Well, yeah. I'm all the way over here, but is it better than with the regular headset?
Keep in mind, he's not shouting now like he has to with the other
I'm not
headset.
yelling right now. Not yelling at you. This is how I talk.
This prolonged troubleshooting session is going to be awesome for everyone who's watching this later.
I know, right?
All the high quality content they've come to expect from Nack Presents.
Okay, so it's definitely better though than the regular headset. Alright, well there's nothing we can do about that, so you're on your own. See, that might be a Twitch setting, but I'm afraid if we try and go into that, we're gonna the broadcast. Remember, was there a game volume setting?
I'm on my way.
I think it was just.
I don't know. Like you said, now that we have everything working right now, I don't feel like messing with that.
You actually have a semi-competent human being on the other end. You know, real time.
Yeah, that is a nice change.
Real time, real talk. I stole a cat. Not okay with this. Belly rubs. We're gonna make struggle snuggle. Ow. Let me. Yeah, right.
Okay. So, that one wasn't too bad, because it was just regular drones, but we have 3 of these that we have to go through, and, like, at least one of the other 2 has, like, that swarm of, like, rocket drones in it, which, like, will kill me in one shot. And you just get, like, swarmed by them.
Oh, then.
So, yeah. This is generally not fun. And of course, toxic gas is now being vented into the bunker. Just because the stupid VI doesn't want me to kill it. And this mission does actually end up being something that you can reference later on in the series. Oh no! The lights in the optical mainframes flicker and die. That is 1 of 3.
We're gonna secure the fuck out of this perimeter.
It's not really a perimeter to secure when you're inside of the building. But, yeah, you go ahead and you keep securing that perimeter, Ashley. Alright. Now the VI Center Numero Dos. I go trudging across the moon. One small step for man, one giant leap for Mass Effect.
Perimeter clear.
I'm kind of scared. Just messing with a couple upgrades before we go back in. Oh no. Say, I always feel bad for dogs that I see being forced to wear clothing.
Guys,
Okay, I guess Sophia actually is helpful.
It's not for vanity.
I see lots of pet owners just dress them up because it's funny, and they always look miserable.
No,
you're actually trying. You're actually That's pretty bad.
Dan says hi, Kit.
kind of me.
I don't think you're actually in the picture.
Oh, that. I wasn't talking about that one. I meant like how in every movie there's that one kid
That's what
that knows
I'm saying.
what's up the whole time.
No, Jess is just off screen, knitting a dog sweater.
It's crocheting.
I'll check back when I start to care.
Yeah, he.
I don't even do my own laundry. You think I care about the difference between knitting and crocheting? For the for the dog back at her parents' house.
Going about.
You know what? No, I. Did you answer Dan's question?
Yes, yes, I did. And see, things deteriorate rapidly in this mission. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck! Run away, run away, run away! God damn it!
That went south so fast.
I'm saying! Oh. Thank you, Jesus. Wow. You are many things, Mike. But, God is not one of them.
What? Fun fact.
Thank the Lord for that. Yeah, your parents fucked up with that one.
I don't know about that.
Is that what you call it?
If God can do it, I can too. Blame it all on the plan. Haiti gets fucked over by an earthquake. Who's part of God's plan? You know, okay. God dropped the ball. Right on Haiti. has to be.
That's always a good sign. Okay. Question number 3. And I haven't died once yet. This is better than normal.
I like that.
When you shut it down, it says the VI cluster has been deactivated.
When you walk in the door, you're greeted by a massive cluster.
It's what it. Wow. This is also true. Yes.
That's why. That's where I was going. Up, see, cluster.
Stop whining. That is quite a statement. Yeah, this is the one with the rocket drones.
Oh, good. We always have such fun with them.
And that went very badly. What are you doing?
Yeah. Quality content.
Is that like a cardboard or...
Yeah.
Well, this wouldn't be Knickknacks Presents if things actually worked properly. Additional security drones powering up.
Oh, good. You did that.
Awesome. So you've got the VI has finally been deactivated. And it sends out this, like, frantic distress call in binary. Why does you shut it down? And now I've unlocked the specializations. And Mike is sitting over here looking like a crazy person.
Game doesn't make sense. Oh shit, because I'm facing.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Okay. I'm gonna go with operative. So, I feel like this has been my most commonly said thing on this Let's Play, but that's the best I've ever done on that mission. I don't think I have ever gotten through this entire thing without dying at least once. I don't know if I've just gotten better at this game, or maybe I have, like, the opposite of performance anxiety, where, like I can't play my best until I'm in front of a crowd. Yeah, Dan, you're all the audience I need. You're the most important person in the world to me.
Karate Kid Jess, jeez.
By giving you the look of what the hell are you doing doesn't have quite the same effect when you can't see me. It's, yeah, same thing. Alright. Time to go doing a little bit more exploring here on the moon. Alright. Well, that is everything to do here. Okay. So now we're done here on the moon. Yeah, going to Hades Gamma. Antaeus system. This is one of the missions that we got from the news broadcasts in the elevator. On the missing survey team out here in the Hades Gamma cluster. See, this is one, I think I mentioned this one to you before, that there are these scans have shown that there are these weird structures inside the atmosphere. Some people have speculated that it's actually a planet-sized supercomputer. They've been trying to get its attention. But the last attempt to take a ship down in and figure out what was going on ended with the ship being trapped in the atmosphere and the 12 people on board being killed. Yeah, that little segue hasn't worked at all. That's taking a very long time to load.
Yep. Remember, kids, go pick sprint.
To be fair, that isn't actually the elevator music. That was the music from the radio station on the asteroid.
Elevator music.
That's the last of them.
Obviously.
Maybe you bad guys should run away instead of standing and fighting when the tank comes flying up over the ridge.
Yeah. It does sound a little like Feliz Navidad. I'm pretty sure we mentioned that last one.
Yeah. It's depressing to think that in this future, our technology has come so far and our music has devolved so badly.
Sold out and going backward. Oh. Good job.
Securing point.
I kind of forgot about this here. If you read the planet description, it talked about that for some reason the survey team here was having problems keeping its satellites in orbit. You search around and there's this random transmitter that's putting out signals that are causing the satellites to crash. You can see they have all these like crashed satellites right around it. No, it's a good visual, but why that would necessarily bring them all crashing in within 50 feet of it?
Very unlikely.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. But it's one of those things like, in fiction, I'm willing to forgive them things that don't necessarily make sense as long as they're cool. Like in the Avengers, when, in like the final fight, when Banner shows up, and then instantly turns into Hulk, and he's like, my secret is that I'm always angry. And, like, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
It was so bad.
But it's such an awesome moment that it's like, okay, Joss Whedon, I'll give it to you. That was cool.
This place looks abandoned. I'm on my way.
Thank you for that very insightful commentary, Liara. Don't know what I would do without you.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
Well, I'm sure that the whole team having disappeared just after they said they unearthed some weird alien technology, not going to have the entire team be like slaughtered or anything awful like that. And what a shock, they're husks.
Props to the builders with recent graphics.
Oh,
This before.
I do have to
Whatever
say,
alien technology the survey
this
team
game
unearthed
looks better
must have turned them into mindless
than it did on
fanatics,
360.
machine cultists.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
I don't know if it's the code from like the PC version, so it scales up a little bit more than it was able to on 360, and as long as the elevator rides are on the Citadel, most of the other loading screens seem much faster than they were in the original game. Oh, and look at that. More husks.
But wait, there's more. We'll give you a second order of husk. Free. You should be enabling.
And then this does set up a weird little side mystery. That, well, obviously, it was the Geth technology that turned them into husks. But this is, like, on the opposite side of the galaxy from Geth space. So, how they got there. one knows. At least not yet.
Area secured.
Well, that's not something that's directly addressed. But you can kind of figure out what's going on once you have all the pieces. Oh, Dan. Husks are bad. Husks are people who have been taken and turned into essentially zombies that then try to kill you.
I'm confused. The latter part.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean either. I was just kind of assuming if I didn't comment on it, he would make some kind of clarifying remark. Humans? Yes, they, if you remember in like the very first mission of this game, when we dropped down on Eden Prime, and there were those people that the Geth put on the spikes, they call the dragon's teeth. And then we saw later on people come back down off of those spikes, and they were husks. So they toss them up on the spikes, and then they get like drained of the mineral resources that are in our bodies and transformed into those like mindless zombies that then serve the Geth.
Space. Okay.
Generally a little bit harder to kill than the putties ended up being on Power Rangers, but
Yeah. I mean, they had a freaking bullseye on their chest.
yeah.
Major design. Like, I'm just saying, I feel like the first batch, there should have been fired.
I mean, he should have been fired a lot of times.
Yeah,
Let's
just kinda the
be
freaking
honest.
monster that he found, or that he made.
And the only times they ever, like, succeeded were not using his monsters. Like, those random guys somehow managed to sneak into the command center, and that was, like, the only time they ever got in there and blew up the command center, so they had to go switch to, what is it, Evo? Zeo, yeah. After the Alien Rangers. Which is kind of weird, like... I don't know how many people have looked up the original Power Rangers on Netflix recently, but... It's weird because they have those set of episodes where, like, they're searching for the Zeo crystals as their own separate series with the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, and it's like only like 9 or 10 episodes or something like that.
And the Rangers turn into children.
Yeah. And like one of them just like left and decided she would rather be in like the village in Africa that she went to get her Zeo crystal instead of staying with. They're like, Zordon is very understanding about these people that he's handpicked to save the world, just saying, I don't feel like doing this anymore, guys.
On top of that, like, who decides she went back in time? Who decides to be like, yeah, I'm just a kid, and I'm just gonna, like, stay in tribal Africa.
I guess her parents didn't miss her or anything.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
And no, Dan, Ivan Ooze is from the movie.
He's not canon.
He's not part of the show. And yeah, as cool as the movie is actually kind of cool, but yeah, it's not canon because the Ninja Zords and all that never came over to the show. It's kind of its own separate thing.
Well, they did, but in a separate story arc.
Yeah, not through like.
Not the same way. And well-known fact, the chick from the Power Rangers movie, the redheaded one that gave them the Ninja Swords, or Ninja Powers or whatever, was originally supposed to be, Mariska Hargitay? Or Hargitay? From, Law and Order SVU.
Hmm.
Yeah, there were a couple scenes filmed with her. And they just put it in
I thought you were just emphasizing that, Dan. I didn't realize that was a mistake.
Yeah, I did. Oh, parents don't miss them.
So I guess that means that Power Rangers fits into the Pixar cinematic universe, where there are no dads anywhere
Oh, yeah.
in any of the Pixar movies.
That makes me wonder if...
Yeah. Though your dad has been there in at least one the one game. Though it doesn't seem like they act as if like you have a good relationship with your dad, but like he's in a gym like 3 towns over.
Yeah.
Like clearly you and my mom aren't that devoted to each other.
Yeah. You know...
Yeah. And like actually help me on my quest instead of just being like, yeah, come back after you've gotten a couple badges. I'll let you fight me. Come at me, bro. So, now we're going this mission. We picked it up. We picked it up real early on. Just one of the random consoles that we clicked on around the Citadel. We were talking about weird, weird signals that they were getting coming from recon patrol picked up out of this system out here. So we're just gonna follow up on that, and this is the last side mission that we have. So after we're done with this, we're gonna head back to the Citadel and hand in what we've got. Oh, I don't know why I just thought of this when we got off the topic a couple minutes ago, but Ivanu's not the same guy as X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Even though they look just like each other, different guy.
Guess you could call him Oscar.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Menu actually.
And also, so they don't have to deal with those pesky questions of like, so why don't these kids' parents realize that they're always vanishing at the time of these attacks on the city? Yeah. What we all, like, because we were kids and didn't really understand how seasons of TV worked, we kind of thought what we thought was going to be the end of the season, not realizing that they still had a whole nother batch of episodes to go. Because everything had been driving towards Myodismon being the big bad of the entire show. And then he gets taken out and, oh, you know this giant guy who was so evil that we had this massive prophecy about it and everything? Ah, he's not even the worst guy.
Beyond the firewall. And, notice what ended up being big bad. Wrong.
Yeah, like season 2, right?
Yeah.
I kind of forget that season 1 and 2 are in the same continuity, because then they blew it up after that.
That was one thing I was thinking about with Try. It focuses on the kids.
Ah.
Fun.
It's alright, we were talking about Digimon, Dan, I'll allow it.
It follows the characters.
There is the wreckage. I do not see any survivors, though.
No, I was
Careful,
curious
Commander.
how
I've got
they
a bad feeling about this. Kath, it's a trap!
It's a trap!
The drop!
Oh my god, in the Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, there's a mission where you play as Admiral Akbar, and they have him say it's a trap like 3 times over the course of the level. And let's be honest, there are lots of traps going on in Star Wars.
Redeploying.
I think I did. I don't really remember what happened in it.
I saw the initial reveal trailer, but I know they just dropped another one.
Oh, if they just dropped a new one, I probably haven't seen that one. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when we're part of a team. Everything is awesome. Something, 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 something.
There it is. Get one in there.
Maybe that's why Dan's the only one who tunes into this stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't exactly have the dulcet tones.
Oh, you gotta deal with the stupid mustache. She has a mustache. I don't know. She never did anything to you.
Get back here.
Trying to share her passion with you. Yeah. Dressing like an old lady.
What? That one.
Why did the monkey fall out of the tree?
Oh, he's still
Because
going.
he was dead. Why did the second monkey fall out of the tree?
I was gonna say mass
Yes,
monkey
Shepard?
genocide.
Did you find my sister?
Dahlia's dead, and I know she was blackmailing you.
So the truth comes out. I hope you're not angry. Surely you can understand why I lied to you. If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
Peer pressure. I like Jess's answer better.
I would have helped
Oh,
if
that
you
was a
just
whole
told me
nother
the
joke.
truth.
Perhaps you're right. I am sorry.
Oh,
We have
I
trust
admit.
issues
There
in
were
my
3
family.
monkeys.
Why did the second monkey fall out of the tree? Because he was
I could
stapled to the
transfer a little
first
something
monkey.
into your account
Why
as a
did the
token
third
of my
monkey fall out of the
appreciation.
tree?
I'm sure
Peer
you'll
pressure.
find the amount
I think
satisfactory.
there's a much bigger story here of why 2 monkeys were stapled together.
Who the fuck gave the monkeys the stapler?
Wait a minute. He does work at a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
You know what kinds of experiments they're doing in there.
Oh my god. Is this a true story?
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Sure, Dan. Sure.
Okay. It's on the internet. Coal miner.
Sorry, Dan. It's what we do. You should know this by now.
Right.
Alan Thicke died.
Yeah. Growing pain? Robin Thicke's dad? Thicke's there? Robin Thicke, no?
Well, Mike at least appreciates that, Dan.
Yeah. You saw the show Growing Pain?
Don't think so.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Now to go tell this guy his brother died. Actually, weirdly enough, all of these missions that we're turning into the Citadel is all to tell these people that the people we went looking for are dead. Talking to Nasanda Dantius to tell her her sister's dead. Talking to Geralt to tell him his brother's dead. And going to talk to
Any
Admiral
news? Did you
Kahoku
find
to
my
tell him
brother
that
yet?
his marines are dead. We don't have a very good success rate in this whole looking for people thing.
Ever give good news?
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other. That's what they say, right?
I mean, it's not as if I have a rogue Spectre
I need
who's
to go make arrangements for
destroying human colonies and trying to bring back these ancient creatures that are gonna wipe out all life in the galaxy to deal with.
Yeah, I got time to be an Undertaker. Oh. Girl, preach.
No, I'm waiting to speak. Commander, any word on my missing men?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Well, it is. I did name him David, but he. It's the Shepard character from Firefly. Well, you don't have a choice with the last name, so they have something that characters can call you. Regardless. No one ever refers to you by your first name in the entire game. Even, like, when we called our mom, it was always, like, Honey is or something, you know. Everyone else is, like, Shepherd or Commander. No one ever refers to you by your first name, because you can change it. And unlike Fallout 4, they don't have a memory bank of like 5,000 possible names for the computer to speak. Just make sure.
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle
See, this is the elevator music.
treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Sucks.
It's not the same.
Not as good. pause button wouldn't come up.
So time to head back out into space.
You are unlike the other Krogan I have met, Rex. You do not share the bloodlust of your people.
When you're young, you go looking for every fight you can. You get older, you realize the best fights will find you.
That's not exactly what she was going for.
I'm sitting there like...
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher Moor. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
Escalating.
Yep. That was why, like, I was kind of hesitating on where I was going to go because I need to travel somewhere to trigger that transmission. But I didn't want to travel somewhere that would trigger something else. Now, Voyager cluster. Let's see. See, I've always wondered at the description for this world. It goes out of its way to say data about this world is surprisingly brief and generic, painting a picture of an unpleasant and uninteresting place. If that's supposed to be like Cerberus deliberately went in and screwed with the records for the planet just so no one would ever have any reason to come there. Well, of course, we have a evil rogue special ops group to take down. That comment though reminds me of like one of my favorite comments from Arrow. I think it must have been like season 3. It was one of the last episodes of the season. So you know, like, oh, they're coming and they're gonna destroy Star City, and the police chief is just like, Well, it must be May. Because, yeah, you know, the final couple episodes every year have taken place in May, and it's always been, oh, the city's about to be destroyed. No, Dan, I'm not deliberately choosing not to use one character or another. I actually have my computer sitting right next to me, and every time I'm choosing a team, I'm just using a randomizer to tell me who to take with me. So if I'm not using Rex as much as you think I should, it's just luck of the draw. Yeah. Random.org. Just come in here and...
Really thought that through.
See, like, cause I'm like particularly bad at that kind of stuff, and I would end up taking the same people with me every time if I just were to sit down and do it myself. So if I do it, I'll do the same thing like, you know, Windows 10 has like 48 different colors that you can have the boundaries and stuff be. So every day I plug 48 into that randomizer, and it punches out a number, and I change the theme to whatever. Not because it matters, but because it's just the kind of a cool thing to have it be a little bit different. And otherwise I would just always leave it on the same color for like the entire 3 years I'm gonna have this computer. And humans aren't good at doing things randomly in the first place, but I know I'm particularly bad at it, so anytime I want to do something that's random-ish, I always make sure I have some sort of helper. And it's WRX, Dan, not just REX. He'll come and kick your ass if he finds out you're spelling his name wrong.
Go, go, go! I've lost shield. I've lost shield.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Shepard.
It's a singularity, one of the biotic powers. Just kind of create like a gravity well sort of thing, and it'll pick up enemies and they'll like circle around it. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of knew him more than I really wanted to know him, to be honest. So there was a very convoluted train of logic in my head that led to this, me thinking about this. But have you seen the commercials for the new Wizard of Oz show that they're doing? That's right, I do remember we talked about this before now. Now that you said that.
Securing point.
I don't know. It kind of looks to me kind of like the Pan movie that they had. What was it, last year? I think so. But it was like an origin story.
Yeah.
And it was like, this isn't a story that anyone wanted. And it was stupid. And of course this is different because it's, you know, a retelling of Wizard of Oz by the looks of it, but I don't know. I'm always a little skeptical of when they take a good old story and just feel like they have to change everything about it.
Let's head to that next base, Shepard. This is my kind of mission.
Damn it. I believe my exact words when I found out that they were making that Pan movie was... But Once Upon a Time already gave us Peter Pan's backstory. Need to get rid of the buttons on the bottom of this thing. I keep hitting them by accident. Oh, I keep hitting by accident, and it keeps bringing that up. Well, that's normally X. Oh, don't get me started on the Stargate movie franchise. I'm very angry that they've wiped out all the continuity from the movies. From the show. Yeah, that's what I meant. They had movies too. But they had like 17 years worth of like some of the best sci-fi shows on television. And they wiped it out for, judging by Independence Day Resurgence is gonna be some super shitty movies. I haven't seen it either because I heard it was so bad I didn't bother to go see it. I'm not sure there's ever been any property that's been adapted where they like immediately retconned more of the stuff that happened in the original source material than in Stargate. Like, at least half of that movie was like retconned within the first season of the show.
I've lost shield.
The cool part about the game at this point is you've invested enough into abilities that like cool stuff happens when you go into fights. And you know, I have all my squad mates set to just auto use my abilities, so yeah, they're just tossing them all over. You see guys just go randomly flying all over the place and with biotics and
Time to get to Hoku some payback.
Admiral Kahoku. We knew you for like 5 seconds.
Oh, goddess. It's Admiral Kahoku.
I guess Cerberus found him after all.
Yeah, Dexter, I'm a player engineer for this run through, so I'm sticking mainly with Ashley and Liara and Rex. We are just about. It's got this last thing to scan here on this planet. You're on Binthu. Okay, well, I'm not sure where Mike vanished off to, but that's gonna do it for tonight here on Nick Nax Presents. Thank you for joining us for the Mass Effect stream. Here he is, the man of the hour.
Sorry. So, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Nick's channel, Attack on Titan. Okay. A lot of good stuff on there right now. I guess last minute Christmas present. And be sure to check out the Daily Grind tomorrow. It will probably be the last. Might drag on until Thursday, I don't know yet, but probably will. And catch us Thursday night for our Skylanders stream, Skylanders After Hours. Speaking. Where we will be continuing our post-game exploration of Skylanders.
Are we saying anything about
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Spoiler alert, guys. Sorry about that. Alright. I mean that's a pretty good rule just in general.
Yeah.
But about that specifically too.
Yeah. Right now, don't listen.
Alright guys.
See you next time.